All right, so I know it's been a hot minute since my last video. It's been 2 months. I'm pretty bad with the consistency on this channel, I know. I did take a part-time job over the course of the summer, so now I'm working 2 jobs. This is kind of more of a hobby for me and something I do in my pastime, or I guess my spare time. So the consistency is something I definitely want to work on, but it's not going to be something where I'm going to be able to put up a video every couple days or necessarily every week. But I am going to try to be a little bit better moving forward. I can't say my next video will come out in a week. It's probably be another 2 or 3 weeks, give or take. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I'm gonna cut that all out now and talk about the thing I wanted to talk about today, which is the Zoom F3. This little portable audio recorder is amazing. Yes, even in 2024, I know it's a couple years old now, but somebody's brakes do not sound good on that car. Sorry about that. I don't know if you could hear that in the background, but I'm actually surprised how many people are here at the park today, just because it's pretty cloudy and overcast, even though I am wearing sunglasses because it is still kind of bright out. I even have the aperture down a little lower on my Panasonic 35mm. All right, enough rambling. The Zoom F3. So this is it right here. I'm actually gonna power it on. It's an awesome little audio recorder, and it can provide, let's see if I can get it in focus. There we go. So there you go, the Zoom F3. And I have a Sound Devices MKH416 6 Mark II, which is an incredible audio recorder. And I say incredible a lot, but it's served me so well over the past 4 or 5 years, and I have not taken full advantage of that audio recorder. I've used it for voiceover work, YouTube videos, content creation. I primarily bought it for voiceover work around pre-COVID time, and that audio recorder has 32-bit float recording, 4 XLR inputs. It's got more than 4 inputs, but 4 XLR inputs. I actually bought it because I wanted to do ambisonic recordings, which I never ended up doing. So it's a very powerful device, but something like this, the Zoom F3, is just a little bit more convenient in terms of having a portable, on-the-go field recorder, audio recorder. And right now, these are on sale for like $250, $200, I think about $250, maybe $300. I bought this for about $250, and I gotta say, it's very impressive for what it can do. Now, there are some trade-offs. It is a little different from how you would set other audio recorders. Like there's no real gain staging process. It does do 32-bit float, and that's the reason why there's no real quote-unquote gain staging process with this. But one thing that's really cool about this, and I don't think that many people talk about this, you could use this, like, let's say you had like a little portable podcast setup, or you wanted to create a portable podcast setup or something a little bit more discreet. You could send this, the audio from this, directly into something like your smartphone via USB-C, and this could be a really cool little audio interface. Now, you're not going to be able to do like EQ, compression, added effects built into this. Like there's nothing like that built into this. This is really meant just for field recording, on the go, like journalism style, doc style recording, like dialogue capture. I mean, I think that's really what this is meant for. I mean, it is a field recorder. It's really convenient. I mean, yes, of course, I say it's convenient, and I'm recording the audio here with the DJI Lav Mic 2 kit, which I've got right here. You can see this is the box, or the bag, I should say. And this is super, super convenient. It's just plug and play, and I think 90% of people out there would be totally fine with just something like this. But if you want to get better quality audio, or you're using a shotgun mic outdoors, or, oh, my phone just went off. This is something that I think is definitely worth considering for a prosumer, amateur, like, enthusiast or hobbyist like myself. I think if this was out when I bought the Sound Devices MKH416 6 Mark II, I probably would have considered getting this maybe before picking up the Sound Devices MKH416 6 Mark II. And not to say that that's by no means is that like a bash on the Sound Devices. It's not. I mean, the Cashmere preamps in that are incredible, but something like this is just, I don't know, it's just really nice to have 2 XLR inputs, 32-bit float recording, on the go, 2 AA batteries, the powering options on the Sound Devices Mix Pre 6 Mark II, good. Like, they give you a lot of different options, but it's a super hungry audio recorder. And, you know, I wouldn't necessarily power that with just double A's. You can, but it's gonna die. Like, even if you use the nickel metal hydride or the lithium ones, it only lasts for so long. I use the Panasonic Edeloop batteries to power this, and I get quite a bit of recording times. I haven't done like a real scientific test as to how long it'll last, but I usually get a couple hours with this little device. And again, you know, if you're using something like a Sound Devices, you know, something with a lot of different inputs, you're going to drain more battery with having all of those different peripherals connected to that device. So this, you know, I would honestly recommend this for most people that are needing something that they need something to record with, that, you know, they're using XLR microphones on the go, and they need 48 volt phantom power as well. So, for example, I've got my Sennheiser MKH416 here, legendary shotgun microphone. It's one of my favorite microphones. I've made several videos on it, and the MKH50. I'm gonna plug this in. Oh, I've got a bug on my, sorry. I got a bug on the microphone. So actually, one cool thing about this too, and I've done this in another video, you can actually plug the MKH416. I don't know why you would do this. I mean, typically you're gonna use this out of the frame. You know, you would boom this overhead of Talent out of the frame and, you know, use it that way. I did make a video where I plugged it in like it was a plug-in transmitter, and I just recorded the audio and then synced it in post with the Zoom F3, because I could just, you know, plug it in right here. I mean, it's a little quirky to do it that way, but you can. I mean, I've done it. So anyway, so I'm not gonna really uncoil this cable because I'm gonna be holding the Zoom F3 here. So I'm just doing this to give a little bit of a demonstration as to what the audio quality sounds like using this with the Zoom F3, you know, out in a park. It's not super windy out. I am not using the windscreen on my DJI Lav mic, so we'll see how it sounds. I mean, it's a little distance away from my mouth, so hopefully it's not too bad. There are people talking in the background. I don't know if you can hear them, but anyway, so let's do this. I'm going to turn down the, it's not your levels. I believe it's amplification that you set in the Zoom F3, and I'm just turning on 48 volt phantom power. Okay, so you probably can't see it here. Let's see if I can focus in here. So I'm setting it to 48 volt phantom power on the Zoom F3. Oh, I just lost focus on the device. So now I'm going to engage the recording. Now you're listening to the Sennheiser MKH416 connected to the Zoom F3 field recorder. I recorded this for a few minutes, or I thought I was recording it for a few minutes, but I realized I disengaged the record button. And yeah, so this is what it sounds like in comparison to a 2.4 gigahertz system out in the open. This just kind of gives you a demonstration of the audio difference between using a shotgun microphone with a field recorder versus like I said, a 2.4 gigahertz system. So yeah, this is obviously not the cheapest gear by any stretch, but you know, if you're a content creator, a filmmaker, or journalist, somebody who's into document work, and you want to get great quality audio, then this would be an awesome setup. And especially too, if you're not filming with, you know, a mirrorless camera or DSLR, but you just want great sound, and let's say you're just using an iPhone for like a on-the-go mobile podcast or some sort of convenient setup, you could use something like this with like maybe 2 Shure SM7Bs or 2 Electro Voice RE20s, and I think you're all set, to be honest. I mean, it's pretty incredible. You just have to connect it via USB-C, where, yeah, the USB-C port is right there. And again, this is not you know, a review or anything like that. I don't think I'm that knowledgeable of the product to do an in-depth, comprehensive review. I just wanted to make this video as a demonstration. I'm a hobbyist / enthusiast, and I'm just making this video because it's fun. It's fun for me, and I haven't made one in a while, so that's really why I'm here. But yeah, again, I don't think it's necessarily as convenient, of course, as using this DJI lav mic, but you know, you're going to hear in this video the difference in the clarity and just the sound quality overall. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. I know I rambled on for quite a little while there, but what do you guys think of the audio quality? Do you like, or are you guys even considering looking at getting a Zoom F3 in 2024? I know this has been out for a few years now, and there's a bunch of different audio recorders, field recorders out there. I got to admit, my sound devices, MixPre 6 Mark II, as awesome as it is, I mean, this is just way more convenient. Again, not as convenient as using something like this. I think 90% of people on the internet could get away with using something like this. Even me, I mean, I'm a hobbyist or enthusiast, so this would be totally fine. But, you know, again, I like to have good quality sound. So, I don't know, I feel weird saying this because, like, I spent quite a bit of money on the sound devices, MixPre 6 Mark II, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's an incredible audio recorder. I've had it for almost 5 years now. I think, yeah, about 5 years. So I don't know if I'm going to get rid of it. I don't think I will necessarily, but I don't know. I just think that this is just, I don't know, just much, much more convenient for on-the-go recordings, ultimately. So anyway, like I said, hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.